So this is the latest in the 1000X series, the XM6. And if you don't know about this series, they are known for excellent sound quality and also really good noise cancellation. And this is no slacker. So we're going to talk about this, talk about what's new, and let you know if it's actually better in terms of the sound quality and noise cancellation as we know it. So let's start with the design. As you can see to the naked eyes, it looks very familiar. So if it's something that you've owned in terms of the predecessor, this straight away will be familiar in the way that it looks. But they've changed a few things there to make it a lot more comfortable to wear on a daily basis. And also just to make it a bit more compact when you put it away. It comes with a case and a cable and all that kind of stuff when you open it out in a box. But we're just gonna delve deeper into the actual pair of headphones themselves. So they've made this headband a bit wider. So that way, when you wear it for a long period of time, it's going to be comfortable on top of your head. It's not going to be squeezing against your head, which some headphones, competitor headphones do out there. It has a sleek metallic or metal folding mechanism. So now you can easily just fold it away like so and pop it in its case if you wish to do so. But I'm someone who doesn't use cases in my headphones, unfortunately. So I just like to fold it like this, pop it in my pocket or my bag, and I'm good to go about my day. They also said this is now fingerprint resistance, so they've increased that to make sure it doesn't look all tatty and just horrible over time. But what I find is it still attracts a lot of fingerprints, so you're just gonna have to keep wiping it if you're so bothered about the way that it looks on day-to-day basis. Just to get your touch capacitive pads on the surface on the ear pads, so that way you can change track, you can tap and all that kind of stuff. We'll go through the app as well to see what you can actually do with this. What you'll also notice is this hinge here is also looking different. So if you have your current version and you compare it, you know straight away that it's a bit different. The leather ear cups as well, these are nice and soft and comfortable. So when you put this over your ear and you wear it for a long period of time, it's going to be nice and comfortable. I've been fortunate enough to wear this in a hot country and it doesn't get my ears all, like my ear doesn't get all hot and bothered or anything like that. So that's really good. And it maintains that noise cancellation capability as well with the tightness of the headband and also that softness of the ear cups, the foam that they've used and stuff. Really nice material. This is not easy to remove, but you can actually remove the ear cups as well, but I wouldn't advise to do so. If you're gonna do anything to do with this, just take it to the store and get them to look at it. But if you're brave enough, you can remove the ear cups and see what's underneath or replace it if you need to do so. They didn't say much about the replacement scenario, so I couldn't touch, I can't talk a lot about that bit there, but I assume you'll be able to replace those. You also get this noiseless movement as well, so there's no creaks. So when you extend the headband, for example, it's just nice and soft. You can't hear anything. It's just really good in the way that they've designed this. They've thought about everything, which is good. So this is available in black, as you can see here. It's also available in silver and midnight blue. I like this black one and also the midnight blue. Obviously the black and the midnight blue will show your fingerprint a lot more, or oily hands or anything like that. It will show that a lot more visibly compared to the silver one. So that's something to bear in mind if that's something that will bother you. You'll also notice that the hinge here is slightly different as well. That's probably one of the telltale signs of when you see this on someone's head versus the predecessor. So it's obvious, but they've done it on purpose just to allow for that wider headband and also how it folds and stuff like that. And it rotates as well. It rotates completely flat. So when you put it over your neck and you wear it like so, you just sits comfortably well around your neck with no issues at all. They've also got subtle lettering for right and left on the ear cups, which is on the just on the hinge there. So they've put it there so you can know which one's which when you start wearing this. In terms of battery life, you're looking at 30 hours of battery life, and boy does it deliver on the battery life. It works really well. And also quick charge as well. So 3 minutes of charge will give you 3 hours of usage, which is incredible. So again, they've nailed that department if that's something that you're concerned about. It also supports multi-point. So if you're going to connect it to devices, you can connect up to 2 devices to this at the same time, and you can seamlessly move between devices. Although what I found is when you're using your iPhone with this and your Android device at the same time, sometimes I find that the device prioritizes iOS stuff for some reason. I don't know why that is. So for example, I could be on WhatsApp and I get a message, even though it has nothing to do with audio or visual or anything like that, it just automatically pauses the music on the other device and swaps it over, which I find kind of annoying. And I don't know if there's going to be an update to fix that, or if that's something that I'm doing wrong, I don't know. This also supports Auracast, although that's not widely available everywhere just yet, but it's ready for that. So when airports and public spaces start using Auracast, you'll be able to use this with that as well. And this will cost you £400 or 450 euros if you're buying in Europe. So that's all that in a nutshell. Around the device itself, you notice all the microphones and stuff like that for noise cancellation and for beamforming and so on. We'll talk more about that in a second, but we do get your headphone jack. You get a power button there as well, also used for pairing. And you also get your noise cancellation and ambient button there as well, so you can hear what's going on around you. You can also modify that button and what it does and the way that it works in the app as well, which is cool. And then on the other side, we get USB-C port and indicator light next to it, so you know when it's charging, and you can charge this up very quickly. But that's pretty much on what you get on here. The way that they shaped it as well is actually quite interesting and it's meaningful. It has a reason to it. So that way, when you get used to that shape, it means every time you put it over your head, you automatically know that you're wearing the right side automatically. Otherwise, when you wear it like this, it's going to feel weird, like it's falling backwards. So that way, straight away, you know which side is which. So you don't have to keep looking if I've got the left or the right on the right ears. So that's something to bear in mind. And it's actually a good thing. And the headband is not that soft, but it's soft enough that you won't feel any of the mechanism underneath it poking your head or anything like that. So when it comes to the design, I think they nailed it. It's lightweight as well, really compact, lightweight, which I really like. And I think it's subtle. In this black as well, it looks really good. Now onto the noise cancellation. So they have a new chip in there, which is the QN3 compared to the QN1, which you had before. And this also have 12 microphones. So with that, it means versus the 8 that we had before, it means you get better noise cancellation, you get better sound when it comes to microphones, also call quality, which is a lot better as well, which we'll talk about in a second as well. You also get a new and improved 30mm driver in there. And I was trying to ask him what that means, and it's basically new. They've got a nice, this foam around the edges. It's got a new edge around the driver itself. So that way, it just sounds better. The way that it oscillates and stuff like that is so much better to improve the sound quality. The new chip is 7 times faster than the predecessor, and it also allows for real-time noise cancellation optimization. So when you're out and about, the noise cancellation is just good. It's just seamless. You don't even notice that it's doing anything in the background, which is the way technology should be. It should just do the stuff without you thinking about how it's doing it. So it's so seamless in that sense. When it comes to the sound quality, they've co-developed this with masters, which means people that work on famous artists, like music artists out there on their masters. So that way it sounds as the artist intended when you start to use this. You also get 10-band equalizer, so you can modify this and do whatever you need to do. We'll talk about it in the app because it's also a feature that allows you to select the kind of sound that you like, and you'll tune your equalizer to match that sort of sound that you like. But I'll show you that when we go through the phone app, the new Sound Connect app, which is actually quite slick. Next, this is optimized with Walkman technology. We know how Walkman is. It's really good sound quality. They've optimized with that. You have low phase noise crystal oscillator in there, and also advanced solder containing gold. So in terms of components, they've optimized it, and also just means it's really good. The circuitry in there is just advanced, making it sound as good as it can be. They've also got a new feature called Upmix Cinema, which means when you start watching movies and stuff, this will optimize nicely to make sure that you get really good 360 sound quality with your video that you're watching. You get gaming EQ as well, which is good for gamers out there. So less latency, good sound quality, you can hear surround what's going around you. This supports LDAC as well. And also, obviously, we get that what we know already about Sony DSEE Extreme, which is really good. For call quality, we have 6 beamforming microphones on this, which means that way people can hear you clearly, and it uses AI technology as well. So it picks out your voice, makes sure it's clear. But what I love about the call quality on here is not only can people hear you clearly and you can hear them clearly, but also it doesn't have that sort of like weird muted voice because it's using noise cancelling and AI and all that kind of stuff. It sounds clear still. So me using this in an airport, for example, on my way back home, it just sounds really clear. I can hear them clearly, they can hear me clearly, and that's all that matters in terms of making sure the microphone works really well for calls. You also get wind noise reduction structure as well, and the mic mute on and off. And also you have a super wideband with LE audio. So again, all those components that just makes this sound really good for sound quality, the battery life, and also noise cancellation, as well as all your call quality to make sure that you don't get interruptions and things just works seamlessly. Having said all that, how does it actually sound? I think sound quality is excellent on this. I think they've done a really good job at making sure that you get a really good sound quality. No matter what sound audio genre you're listening to, it just sounds really good. And because it's lightweight as well, you just wear it, it feels seamless on your head. And also the noise cancellation feels so good. I wore it on my flight just to test the air pressure. It doesn't make you feel suffocated or just vacuum effects that you get. You don't get that with this. It just sounds really good, whilst noise cancellation is great. With all the babies crying on my flight, this muted everyone out, which means I couldn't hear anything. And then you can have all kind of settings in the app as well, which again, I'll we'll get to next after this. But sound quality, excellent on this. I can't fault it at all. They've done a really good job and kept that going. Noise cancellation, really good chef kiss there. And it's just a really good pair of headphones with good price point at £400 as well. But let's talk about the app before we round up the video. Right, so here's the app. So when you load it up, the headphone pops up there. So you can see it tells you what battery life you got left. So at the moment I got 85% left. Because I'm connected to my iPhone, so I've got AAC available and DSEE Extreme is available as well. So first thing first, when we look around and see what you can actually do here. So we've got this first tab here, which is your ambient control. So we have noise cancelling, ambient sound, and you can turn it off as well. If we tap this to go to the arrow, it gives you more information, some more options when it comes to this. So ambient sound controls there. You can have speak to chat as well. They've also improved speak to chat with the AI, so that way it doesn't keep interrupting. But what I find is sometimes it picks up random sound and it pauses my audio. So I've ended up just not using it at all. So that's still something that needs some work as well. So I don't use that at all. And then you go further down, you got your listening mode. So listening mode allows you to do things like standard, your cinema and background music as well. So you can see the options there that's available, and that's that cinema option that I was talking about with OpMix. So if you want to listen, if you want to watch movies with this, just select that and you get that 360 sound experience with your movie experience. Equalizers there, like I say, you got 10 band equalizer settings, so you can go hard, soft, clear, and then you got some custom ones as well. So if you scroll across, you can see that you got manual, so you can set your own custom 1, custom 2. You can turn it off completely. But I tend to have this on hard because I think that's like a nice mix between treble and bass for the kind of music that I listen to. This is the equalizer settings that I was talking about, so you can find your own, so that way you can select the kind of sound that you like and you'll create a nice equalizer settings based on that. Got spatial audio optimization there as well, so you can have that if you want to do that. You can measure it and it does the rest for you. And then you got Bluetooth connection quality with that LE, so you can prioritize sound quality or connectivity, but sound quality means everything to me, so I have that. And then you got DSEE Extreme, I've left that on auto. So that's basically what you get in that area. And then we go to system, you can see things like voice assistant, so you can have the Sony one or you can use it to work with the one that you got with your device like Siri or whatever. And then if you go here with the 2 devices connectivity, so you can connect up to 2 devices at a time. There's more to do with that, which I'll show you guys as well. And then you got your touch sensor control panel, so you can have that right ear cup to do different things. So you can turn that on or off depending on what you want. And then you got your noise cancellation settings there with a button. Like I said, you can allow this to do noise cancellation, ambient sound, you can turn it off completely. And you've also got things like your quick access button, so you can press it to do something. So you can see option there, press it 2 times, press it 3 times, it will do different things. So if I go into settings there, you can see you can do Spotify tap, you can do all these things there to, depends what you're doing. So, but I just leave that as none because I don't really use it. And then scroll down, we've got things like head gesture, we got headphone connection settings, which is still in beta. So more options are available all the way down here on stuff that you can play with. If you go to scene, you can set your scene as well. So scene-based listening. So if you're in a public environment, for example, you know how to adjust it accordingly. So that kind of stuff is really cool. If I go back to the main page, you got listening mode again for quick access. So standard, background music, cinema, you can easily select those. Equalizers there as well. Adaptive sound control, which is good. So this will learn about what environment you are. So for example, right now I'm just staying here. So if you're on a plane, it will say plane or car or something like that to let you know where you are. And then the connected devices here, if you tap this, you see more options available. So you can see my iPhone there and my Android device. What you can also do here is if I tap this 3 dots here, you can make that fixed in terms of playback device. So this is one thing I'm having to do each time. So that way it doesn't keep switching back and forth when I'm opening WhatsApp or anything that has to do with audio, which I think you probably need to do. I wish they do that in a way that's a lot more seamless compared to having to do that all the time. Then you got speak to chat stuff and the music that you're listening to and device settings and so on. So it's straightforward to use, easy to use. You can have a look at different things and play around with it till you get the right settings that suits your preference. So that's it for the XM6s. Let me know what you think of this pair of headphones. I think they're really good. I'm enjoying it and I'm going to keep using them as my daily. So it's not one that's going to get reviewed and part to the side because I actually really like them. I think they've done a good job with these. So yeah, bravo to Sony for this. It's just a shame about the fingerprint thing. Wish it was not as bad. But anyway, I digress. Let me know what you think in the comments below. And if this is your first time here, please do subscribe and thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next one.